Dream Team. This is Joe Ward, head coach and founder of Manly Beach Running Club. I hope you're doing well. I hope your Monday's got off to a fantastic start. This is my monthly live stream discussing the running topics that you guys are most enthusiastic about and ready to get some tips on. Um, I help athletes smash their goals and become the champions they deserve to be. And this is where I discuss all the tips that I have and elite strategies to help you get to the next level and become the best runner, best athlete, best version of yourself possible. Firstly, huge congrats to Benny the Beast for his new PB at the 6 foot track this weekend. Awesome work, Benny. Fist bump for you. Awesome stuff. Also, massive respect to another member of the Manly Beach Running Club family, Sean Bell, who started his run around Australia yesterday, 14,400 kilometre run. Kicked it off with a super solid 84 Ks on the first day. Go, Sean. Lovely pacing and heart rate management. We're all with you, mate. And we know you've 100% got this. Go, Sean Bell. Ugh. We've also got Jen Kelly doing a 1,000 K run for Bear Cottage. I believe she's on day 39 today of running a half marathon every day. Another one of Manly Beach Running Club's superstar legends doing amazing stuff. So well done, Jenny Kelly. You are absolutely knocking it out of the park. So today's talk is on the subject of how to get the most from your running training. And there's many different aspects to being a successful runner. So here's my top 10 tips that I've distilled down on how to super boost and maximize your running training and get as many benefits from these little strategies as possible. So tip number one on how to get the most from your running training, my top 10 tips. Less is more. It's a curious paradox of running that simply running faster or further doesn't necessarily correlate to progress. So more is not better. If anything, the opposite is true. Consider running a little slower and focusing on quality rather than quantity. As a runner, it's better to be 5% undercooked rather than 1% overcooked. And that is a Mark Green from the body mechanic philosophy that I've adopted over the years. A good guideline in your running training is the Pareto principle, which is 80-20. So that means that 80% of your running training should be easy and 20% should be a little bit harder or more structured. So hills or speed work, for example. So control the dose and ratio of easy to hard sessions for the best results, and always come back to that less is more principle. Number two, how to get the most from your running training is mix it up. So mixing up your training between different paces, different types of hills, different scenery, this is really going to help you. In actual fact, from a physiological perspective, your foot needs a variety of different terrains for best results. This will give you varying proprioception, one of my favorite words, which basically means the angle at which your foot hits the ground. That's your proprioception. So we need your foot hitting the ground at different angles via hills and different terrain. It's also important to run at different paces. So we want to get that strong ankle and resilient extremities from different proprioception, but we also want to equip ourselves with a range of gears to choose from. A bit like a really advanced triathlon or road bike, the more gears you have, the better. Thinking about it from a heart perspective, the heart muscle works best when you mix it up with a range of different paces and different effort levels. So variety really is the spice of life, and it's also a great way to get fit and become a stronger runner. Tip number three on how to get the most from your running training. So remember the 4 R's. The 4 R's are relax, recharge, rest, and recover. Relax, recharge, rest, and recover. So rest and recovery are an important ingredient in your training. So find ways to get a little bit more rest throughout your week so you can train at your optimum levels. One thing to think about is the quality of your sleep. So that should really be a focus in your training, because athletes that sleep like a pro can train like a pro. So how much can you improve the quality of your sleep? Can you improve what time you go to bed, your evening etiquette, when you turn the TV off, how late you have any coffee or any stimulants? And one thing I've been doing is adding some magnesium to my nighttime prep so I can sleep more fully and more deeply. And this has really made a difference for me. Tip number 4. Now, everyone's going to have different tips on how to get the most from your running training, but these are the things that have really worked for me, especially in my most recent block of training. So I'm focused on that. So tip number 4 from me is eat more eggs. Eggs are a powerhouse of energy and are full of nutrients. Having more eggs in your diet will boost your protein levels and it will help you recover much quicker. So consider adding more eggs to your diet to get the benefit of these little packages of goodness, as it's going to give you a lot of extra recoverability and make you feel great. So that's something I've experienced that might be helpful to you. Tip number 5, staying hydrated is a superpower. None of us drink enough water, and I really believe that. 100% of people listening to this right now, you do not get enough water. We all need to increase our hydration levels and avoid, wherever possible, diuretics like coffee and alcohol. Having too much coffee and alcohol can drastically affect your hydration levels, and this is also going to affect your performance. So try to decrease your intake of these and boost your water intake wherever you possibly can. To be a great athlete and to operate at your best, the advice is pretty simple. Drink more water for better performance. Tip number 6, think about your training with a big picture perspective. So focusing too much on the individual sessions and really sort of going into those metrics and analysis of those individual sessions can drive you a little bit crazy, and it can distract you from the importance of the big picture. So try to zoom out, remember the big why for why you're training, and look at the long-term trend instead of the short-term week to week or day to day. A good way to do this is to focus on gradually and patiently increasing the number of hours you train week to week or maybe every fortnight, as opposed to the number of weekly Ks or weekly pace being your focus. So big picture thinking is going to help you achieve more without getting caught up in the day to day. And high performances have a long-term view. So really try and be one of those high performers having a long-term view and try not to sweat the small stuff. Rule number 7, how to get the most from your running training. Remember the rule of thirds. So when you're chasing a difficult goal, whether it's a 10K, half marathon, marathon, ultra, triathlon, remember the rule of thirds. Sorry for the noise outside, they're cutting the lawn, which is wonderful timing. In any program, a third of your training is going to feel good. So a third of your training is going to feel wonderful, you're going to feel like everything's going really well. The next third of your training is going to feel indifferent and a bit meh, and that's kind of normal. And a third of your training is going to feel like dog poo. If you have a bad session, a bad day, or even a bad week, remember the rule of thirds. It's not supposed to feel euphoric every single day or every single week. Sometimes your running training is going to feel like absolute dog poo, and that's okay. It's actually quite normal. So please adjust your perception that, oh my goodness, I've had a bad day or a bad week and everything's gone off track. That's the third rule. A third of your training is going to feel a little bit not so nice. Never forget that thirds rule. Tip number 8, and this has become a bit of a Coach Joe principle, but this has really helped me and it really helps my athletes. Tip number 8, how to get the most from your running training, is let it go, aka the Elsa principle. So letting things go is going to make you feel lighter and freer. So let go of stories and ideas of how you think your training should go. Let go of comparing and judging, looking at Strava, looking at what other people are doing. Let go of your past or your ideas of the future. Let go of what you think you're missing or you're not doing, and let go of FOMO. The more you can let go, the more you will enjoy your running and the higher your performance will be. So just like Elsa, let it go. I'm not going to sing it. That's not good. Nobody wants to hear me sing. Tip number 9, join a running group. Having a running group around you that meet regularly can really elevate your training to the next level. I would suggest you meet with a running group that you can really get to know and you can build a sense of community with. And meeting once a week might be fine for a lot of runners. I feel like meeting several times a week is really the way to go with this to get the maximum benefit. Accountability is a big thing with a running group, and what you'll find is it's like being carried along on a positive wave of fitness and positivity, and training with like-minded, optimistic individuals is going to make smashing your goals feel easy. Manly Beach Running Club meet Monday to Friday and Sunday at 5:30 at Manly Beach Running Club, Manly Surf Life Saving Club. Your first session is completely free, so come along, check us out, come and join the best running club in the world. We're ready to help you take things to the next level and then some. Tip number 10 on how to get the most in your running training. And look, this is something that I benefit from. I have lots of different experts in my life that help me get to the next level and help me upskill and develop myself as an individual. Get a coach. Having a coach can help you build the professional structure and learn the elite strategies you deserve. Every runner deserves to have the opportunity to reach their highest performance, and an experienced coach can help you do this. Over the years, 15 years or so, I've coached over 500 first-time marathoners and thousands of athletes, including 48-hour national champions, 200-mile winners, 12K race winners, people that are going for Boston qualifiers. I've coached triathletes, I've coached boxers, I've coached all ages and all disciplines and all abilities. A coach can give you the accountability and the higher self-confidence that you need to get you into that next level, to get you up to that next peg. They can give you all the answers you need to your running questions, and they can really help you to be the very best version of yourself. So contact me and quote the code JoeFacebook for 2 weeks of free personalized training. Your journey to an amazing 2024 begins here. So give me a shout. So anyway, I hope these points were helpful for your running today. If you need some more help with your running, consider joining Manly Beach Running Club if you're a local for a morning run, 5:30 a.m. from Manly Surf Club. I also offer personalised training, as I said, to athletes online. And I have athletes I coach all over Australia, interstate, and all over the world. Having accountability and structure, having the answers, having the information can elevate your training to unbelievable new levels. So contact me now and quote Joe Facebook for 2 weeks for free to get you started. If you've got any other running questions or any fitness questions, please post them below. If you're training for your first marathon, your first half this year, now's the time to post a little question below so I can help you out. I'm happy to give you some free information if you need it. I've also got a book available as well that will help you with your training, the Marathon Magic Handbook. So check that out. I'll put the link below. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great Monday and happy running. See ya. Bye-bye.